One rise leads to another. The uplift in jobs carries on, helping to spark a jump in pay, including at this steel business in Kings Lynn in Norfolk, one of the areas leading the wage recovery. Stuart had a 5% rise last year. He's expecting the same again, and he's working overtime on top.
We've put up a deposit for a house, and we've got a mortgage, and we have new cars, and you know, our way of living is better.
This is for combine harvesters, where there's different attachments go on.
There were 6 staff in the business 4 years ago. Now there are 36, and they want to keep them.
We're trying to look after our skilled employees, because we're quite aware that they can move on or get poached. So we do try and look after them. And with us growing, we look at our financial figures, and we've allowed us to give them a pay increase each year.
Kings Lynn is one of the places where pay has been rising fastest, but it's from a low base. There are still plenty of people who feel worse off than they were before the recession.
I'm on quite a low income. My husband himself works nights, and he hasn't had a pay rise for 3-4 years or something like that. So it's slowly, if it is increasing, it would be very slowly increased.
We're still on minimum wage, which is not, I don't think, good enough for what care work we do.
The minimum wage has increased, but at this floorboard maker nearby, it's the only pressure pushing up wages.
There's no great pay rises around at the moment. When we look for to recruit more people or to replace people, we have no trouble in finding applicants. We have about 30 or 40 applicants per job.
A big slice came off pay rises in the wake of the recession. Unemployment peaked at nearly 2.7 million before dropping sharply over the last 2 years. Here's the effect on pay, which slumped. Most workers struggling ever since to persuade employers to give them the big increases they remember.
Wages are still going up, but they're only going up at 1 or 2%, and that compares to 4 or 5% before the recession. So until we see wages go back to where we think they ought to be, I don't think people are going to give the good news quite the credit it deserves.
What's making the difference here and across the country is petrol and other prices dropping. It means any extra money goes much further. Simon Gompertz, BBC News in Kings Lynn.